pick a pile, ho. Pick a pile. You can have either one you want. You can have the dolls or you can have the cats. But if you're choosing the dolls today, then this reading is for you. If you chose the cats, the reading is on my profile. Go find it and see you later. Okay, dolls, stick with me. So we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, starting us off today. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. That song is coming into my head right now. Ooh, and the Queen of Swords. Ooh, he takes off his shirt, now let me go. Trying to find rhyme and reason in everything is actually keeping you really trapped in a space that you're starting to recognise the way in which you keep yourself trapped and feeling a bit frustrated at yourself. But it's good that you're recognising the patterns. If you are someone who overthinks to a point of not actually being able to make a move in any particular direction, I'm asking you right now not to panic, because you recognise that that is what's happening. And that is the first step to change. Queen of Swords, there is a version of you that can be astute without panicking. There is a version of you that can be really observant without over-observing. And I feel like many of you will be the type of person who reacts quite significantly to even the slightest change of tone in the way that someone's talking to you, or mood in a room, or like just the way that someone's like sitting, like their body language. Maybe if they close themselves off from you a bit, you pick up on that and you think, oh my god, I need to open them back up again, I've said something wrong, I don't know what to do. If you're that kind of person, you are naturally smart. You're a smart person. You understand people probably quite well, but you just have a habit of overdoing it and massively internalizing everything that you experience, which is a lot because people give off a lot of cues, and they maybe the mood changes a lot and tones change a lot, and people don't necessarily mean to change the tone when they do. So it is something that holds you back, and I feel like up until now it has been something that you didn't really know why it was holding you back, or you didn't know why you were feeling this way, feeling so like trapped in social situations, or had such feelings of intensity when it came to trying to be around other people. Too many. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like you have struggled to connect to anything or anyone emotionally and deeply because of this. You have been overanalyzing everybody's behaviour, and there might be one or two people specifically who really throw you off and who you really can't, you can't be around them because you can't understand why they do the things that they do, and you can't kind of keep up with the changes in the atmosphere. But I think that you're starting to realise that you can't hold everybody else to the same standards you hold yourself to. That is a very silly thing to do, and it will be a waste of your time. But I think that we naturally obviously want to do that because when we have certain standards in how we want to behave, what we think being a kind and gentle human being is, when other people don't behave in that same way or don't show that back to us, it's like, what the fuck? What's going on right now? You know? Like, I can't imagine being a loud motorcycle wanker, but there's plenty of people who are. So I can't reasonably hold those idiots to the same standards that I hold myself to, because I'm just going to end up disappointed. But that said, both of the readings have been about, like, social connection, but, like, in different fonts today. It's very interesting. I feel like there's an opportunity for you to explore a connection in your life a little bit deeper, and now that you understand that you've been trapping yourself in this world of like overthinking every little thing that happens, you can sort of start to remind yourself to be present in interactions with people. You can remind yourself that, like, if the tone changes, it's not about you, really. You know, if somebody switches up the atmosphere a little bit, you don't have to rush in and save the situation. You don't have to say exactly the right thing all the time. Like, you can just exist there, and it's okay for you to, you know, not internalize everything that is going on. And I think even just that acceptance and understanding of, you know, that's where I'm at right now is gonna help you just to relax into creating deeper, more fulfilling connections in your life. yeah, the first step to being able to really resolve any kind of like social anxiety or a particular relationship with someone that you have found difficult is just to recognize that this maybe is what's happening. You can ask yourself when you start to feel a little bit nervous or you start to feel a bit jittery in that situation, like, what is coming up for me right now, and is it to do with the fact that I'm picking up on like minute changes in the environment that really don't actually have anything to do with me? And I enjoyed the side note of not holding everybody else to the same standards that you hold yourself to. Whoa. I think that you have like some. I think that you have to now determine which relationships in your life are difficult because of the pressure that you're putting on yourself to be perfect in those interactions and to kind of not upset the balance, and what relationships in your life are not good for you because actually that person is just really fucking difficult to be around. Because people will fall into those two categories, right? Like, it might be that I think that you will know when you're dealing with a really nice person, you will get that feeling of like, even though something has changed in the atmosphere now, I don't need to panic because I know that I'm not relied upon to make the necessary changes right now, or I know that it's not my fault. I know that this person won't try and like they won't switch up on me. They won't yell at me for something that is, really stupid and silly. But there are other people in your life who are just predictable. They are just unpredictable. They're difficult to deal with. They can be really mean, and they have a habit of making atmospheric changes or like tone changes everybody else's problem but theirs. And those relationships are just fundamentally difficult to hold, and also difficult to enjoy. And you need to be in a place where right now, yes, you're protecting your peace, but also for the right person or the right people in your life, you are making an effort to step outside of your comfort zone a little bit and learn about yourself and understand how you can function in these relationships without feeling like you have to save every interaction or save every conversation from, going down the drain just because one small thing has changed, if you see what I mean. But yeah, that was a very interesting reading. That kind of went deeper than I was expecting it to. But if it resonated with you and you want something that's personalised to you, then you can book a reading via the link in my bio. And if you thought that shit didn't resonate with me, then try the cats one that I did. The other reading, group number 1. And that will also be on my profile. But I'll leave that there. Bye.